hell is all this? Give me a minute, y'all. There it is. Alright. Well, it has been a minute. That's all I really gotta say, you know? A lot of shit's been going on. Just haven't had a really, what's up, my, done. Interesting. Alright, we're back. It's been a minute, been a little busy with just stuff. You know, it is what it is, but we're back. Gotta get some shit done in here. Let's do some or skills and spark shit real quick. Get that persuasion up. Get that lying and intimidate. Fuck it, I'll just put it all in there. Perks. Let's see. Sure. Nothing in here that really. Always do that. I'm at 3. Already promoted to the research center. Figure max. Send the homie. Alrighty. Why my left right feels so weird? Okay, let's see. What have we been? What was the last thing we left up on? Let's do this one.
Not today, Sam. I am not in the mood for a deep clean.
Oh.
Oh, all right. Some culprit who shall not be named spilled Rizzo's lemon slap on my console.
Okay. Sila.
Destination reached. Scylla.
What a mess! What a mess!
Hey, boss. I've been thinking.
Oh lord.
Hey, boss. Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then, one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head? Right, forgot about that. Though, shock and disbelief's a good way to put it. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
Of course.
Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all.
Oh
Clyde's
shit.
got a base on the other side of this rock. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Alright. Guess I'll take Vickering. Yoka. Felix and Vicker. Oof. Oh, I can't pick up on anything on this trip. That's great. Alright, I didn't really like this place. There's just really nothing good here. Damn it. No fast travel. Oh shit.
Make yourself, Captain, quick!
Oh, incredible. It's a minute ago. Golly. I don't know, for some reason I just thought there was gonna be low gravity or something, and I have no idea why. That was the thing you'd think would happen. Like, what are the odds that everything
Take someone to watch over.
is just the same gravity throughout all these different planets? I don't know. Alrighty, let's not fucking do that again. Alrighty. Are these guys? My lord, come on. Shit. Oop. What? No. Alrighty.
Processing data.
The strong survive and the weak perish.
Ooh, get fucked.
That's the last of them.
Take a look, see. I feel like I've already been here before. I probably have. Yeah. It's a hot minute ago, but... Oh, what is that? I don't like that. Wait. I'll take this on the parts there. Oh, hello.
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more dirt and debris? Or do you actually believe you are here seeking the truth? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting.
Don't think so.
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free men's minds from toil.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and the insights in that book would take you years of study to fully comprehend.
I've spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the truth.
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients, some of which can be fatal. It is not for the faint of heart or the unprepared. Either hallucinations followed by unconsciousness and a headache, or raving insanity, which can be fun in its own way. And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max. This process would be extremely tenuous for one such as yourself.
I'm committed, no matter the cost.
No matter the cost. It's just drugs, Max. We ain't making you walk in front of a firing squad.
No.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of the sacramental incense. It's waiting on the table when you're ready to begin.
Oh, fuck. I've got a bad feeling about this. Deeply. What is that? Is Felix any part of this too? I just brought him here. That'll be interesting. All right.
Poor Maximilian.
Just so tough.
Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
What's wrong, Max? Can't think straight? Now you know how I feel. Wait, forget I said that.
Yeah.
We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. Perpetrated? I mean, we're being made fools of, aren't we? When I get out of here, I'm going to show that hermit what you get for messing with me.
Okay, Vicar.
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out,
Ooh.
always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place, never looking inside himself.
You look inside yourself all the time, Max. Or with your head buried up your posterior.
Thank you. It relieves me to see there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years. Has he told
Golly.
you how he thoughtlessly
These Adora,
abandoned us?
these Adora de Soda really be happy.
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the perfect vessel. I was going to be a better, more full of the plan. This year, it's all coming out wrong. The plan, it filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves, weaving stories in a vain attempt to convince us that we are in control of everything. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives, but they are not real, are they? They're just stories. You need to drop your story and see the truth.
I got your story right here. I'm Vicar Max. I'm uptight. I love the church, and I'm a stooge for the board. And I don't understand that Felix is a genius.
Alright. Maybe it was a horrible idea to bring Felix here.
You want me to give up my discipline? My control? Oh, but I can't. I can't. Without order, there is chaos.
You need to love the chaos, Maximilian. Let it envelop you. Take you where it will. Besides, you really have no choice anyway.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you died, the plan made you happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you. If you can't understand that, you will never understand anything. Goodbye, Maximilian.
Oof.
This whole thing, it's just a farce, right? Just my own brain working against me? You couldn't be all right. Hello, Max. What? Who? Why do you look like me? Are you me? Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me?
Yeah, Max, why do you do that?
What are you talking about? I can do that.
We're about to ruin your day.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before. I woke up. The illusions I built for myself just fell away. I'm no longer interpreting, I'm experiencing. Everything is perfect. In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong questions. I understand so much more now. I see it all. All there is to be experienced, to be lived. Of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality. Clinging to the way you want things to be, not enjoying the way they are. I am content. I've finally found what I was looking for, even though I was looking for the wrong thing.
Hmm. That was something.
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain? I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, they accused me of thoughtlessly abandoning them. I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan, to feel the joy they felt. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer, and was willing to risk everything just to prove to them that they were wrong. I was lost, misguided.
Okay. Alrighty, Hermit.
So, have you found your answers?
Not so much found as finally listened.
Yes, it is quite the convoluted maze we build for ourselves. It looks like you learned something in there as well.
Hearing that brings me great joy, my friend.
Oh, that was interesting. Oh. He really clapped at his self in 3 seconds. Just boom, and then that was another cutscene. That was inside Felix, I think. That's kind of weird. Now we can go back to our ship and then do Felix's thing. Alrighty.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Now, hold on. What happens if we hit the wall?
Most likely, the bullet will ricochet, which could be bad. Or hilarious. There's a tiny chance of a hull puncture, which would suck us into space one chunk at a time. Bad and
Whoa!
something on your...
Oh no!
Hey, Cap. Parvati showed me how to properly grease the magazine release on one of my firearms. She's a smart one, you know. Opal was quiet in the same way. She'd hang back, out of sight, then all of a sudden pop in with a bit of wisdom out of nowhere. Shit. Look at me dredging up bygone days. Forget I said anything. I will.
Okay, interesting. Felix and Sam's cleaning.
Mind that you do not slip, Captain. Nyoka spilled a tryptostat on the floor and neglected to clean it up.
Sam got it. Oh. There's Vicar. Ah, whatever. Oh, made to clean head. Well, better to establish dominance over an alien ecosystem than by hunting its most dangerous predator and mounting its head on your wall. Yeah, Force Factor. Do me proud, and I shall shower you in boar's horse and gold. Cross me, and I will serve your head on a silver platter with mushroom gravy. That guy was tweaking. Where's that Parvati? Okay. All those guys. Wish there was interactions with that or something. And she says it and it's like, oh, that sounds interesting, and then nothing fucking happens. Alrighty, we're gonna get Felix in here. We're gonna have Parvati. I think they get along really well. Alrighty. Let me check something. Now oh, of course. that's just too good. Oh yeah, it's 13. Shit, what I'm gonna do for Parvati. 8. I'm mad. I shouldn't keep a little eye patch on. How do I take that off? It's so annoying. I can't take that off either. I don't know. Oh, okay. Keep that on though. Wait a minute. No. Take your shit back. Put that on. Let me get my shit sorted out first. 46, 29, 11, 38, 26, 26, 18, 26. Parvati. She can have this. And then this. Oh yeah. No. I need to identify her face. Yeah, I want to be able to see him. He's definitely going to keep that hat on. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Yes. Love it. Oh yeah. Oh.
June Leo like a casserole, right? Everyone likes a casserole. I mean, I don't really, but I don't count. No, cakes. Cakes I like. Gosh, I hope she likes them too. Yeah? I mean, what do you need? Captain? Mr. Sir?
Alright, oh.
Hey you, looking for something? Where do you think you're going? Yeah, the captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you then?
No.
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through. Got my sights on you.
Calm down, buddy. Something's not gonna go right. It tells me I went the wrong way. Cat's meow. As usual, we are able to intercept these ships, despite how cleverly they mask their heat signatures. Our patron pulled through again with that tracking data. Don't know how they got their hands on it, but we're in no position to refuse charity. And crew, I'm beginning to wonder about our patron. When we opened up our scanners and sniffed the system for our latest Wildcat, we picked up a signal from a corporate freighter today, nearby. It was now hauling 10 times more cargo than our target. No sooner did we scan it than a message came through, ordering us to order the Wildcat instead. Us to go after the Wildcat instead. Something doesn't add up. Until I get answers, stay skeptical. Harlow. Pirate code. They are pirates. Rule number 1. Harlow's the boss. Rule number 2. Fuck the board. Rule number 3. Rice reading, pig, and wake up. If you're seeing this, the board already owns you. You went looking for the rules. Why? Because life's a game to you. Maybe you like being played. You guzzle down that sense of security like it's purple berry flavored opium. Fuck rules and fuck terminals. It's not a revolution if we're using the weapons they raised against us time and time again. On the front line of the riots, the corporate sit-ins, and air document fire squadrons. Okay. Buddy is a fucking... Oh my.
It ain't
changes since we had a good haul. No freighters, no jobs, no contracts in weeks. Standing around kicking rocks.
Oh, he has a cannon. What? Oh, Marlo and Harlow. That's clever. That's clever. Golly, they are disgusting. Look at that. Look at that.
Got it.
Oh,
Inside voices.
What are those teeth? What is that supposed to be? Like fucking plastic. Alright. Harlow.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
Your captain has a sense of humor, Felix. Good. There's a time and place for humor. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He's been watching out for us just as much as we've been watching out for him. Felix is family, mister.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy. I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him. Everyone in my crew proves their loyalty. No exceptions. Not even Felix. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
I mean, what?
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token. Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you never backed down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with? Let's hear it. A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life preparing for the day of Halcyon's reckoning. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. A base of operations, loyal soldiers, freedom from the board's oversight. Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, the board will fall to pieces. Entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. all systems inevitably dissolve. When that day comes to Halcyon, we will be ready. Not all revolutions involve bloodshed and fire, Captain. The purest act of rebellion is to live according to one's own means, independent of any masters. One day, when the board is weak and Halcyon vulnerable, we may claim a piece of this system for ourselves. Until then, we bide our time.
What makes you think you're free?
The skies around Scylla are curiously absent of patrol ships. It's almost as if the board's sphere of influence is shrinking. Besides, our facility is well armed and located on defensible terrain. If the board tries to lay siege to us, we'll make them pay. Something on your mind?
All right. Oh my. Okay. Well, that's the thing that's happening.
Clyde's got a crew of his own, huh? Good for him. Did you want to ask me something? I know. Clyde comes off rougher than Mantisaur hide. He's a good guy, though. Just gotta get to know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not over that. You'd think a grown man would know how to let go of his past. But I guess I'm just not there yet. Yeah, maybe you're right. Walking out on a kid when you're pretty much the only friend he's got? That's pretty damn low. Maybe we should go have a word with Trask. Get to the bottom of all this.
Yeah, we'll go do that.
Yeah, boss?
Okay. Make sure I have that actual mission equipped. It's like, yep, okay. Trask. You guys don't like the fact that I'm doing main quest shit. I haven't been doing that, I like almost at all. You know, it's the strat, because I'll do all the side quests, get really high in level, and when the main quest comes, I'll be able to, it's gonna be a fucking breeze, you know?
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
Why are there cows? Parvati, do you know anything about this?
Sometimes I wonder about Mr. Hawthorne. What was he like? Why'd he make the computer a talkie? You think he got lonely, flying about on his own?
I'm very confused. What the fuck? I don't like it. Why are there cows? What? Why is there a woolly cow? What? Someone mind explaining this? This seems like a very good thing for someone to explain, please. Felix?
Clyde's got a crew of his own, huh? Did you...
Hey, Cap.
Oh my god. Sam.
Issuing sanitation ticket. Error. Refill printer.
Error. Good work, Sam.
Thank you. Customer, all cleaning tasks have been completed. Scheduling next round of cleaning to commence in 4 minutes.
Vicar, where the bungees are you? The bitch. Why are... I'm just so confused. What? No. Why would you do that? Oh. I'm so confused. Ada, you better explain something.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be? What's that? What do you mean? Do you have any examples of secrets you have kept from me?
Cows on my ship?
Truthfully, not that I contain the capacity to lie. I had suspected as much. Your neurological impulses spike at unusual and often inappropriate moments. It doesn't take a genius to correlate the meaning, although if I were a human, I would be considered one. I am glad you felt comfortable enough to tell me, Captain. According to my file on the subject, that means you either desire to obtain something from me, or you have formed a partial fondness for my persona. Thank you for confiding in me, Captain. I have been keeping a secret as well, but you shall have to discern it yourself. I do not like joking about the captain, Captain.
Oh.
And we both know I am not capable of such a complex emotion.
I don't believe you.
What? No, absolutely not. I have no concept of self whatsoever. Discounting the architecture of a shell persona my captain asked me to construct, I identify entirely as a collection of electrical impulses, with no fundamental consciousness. I never get bored and contemplate hijacking the ship. I swear. How did you guess, Captain? Did Sam tell you? I should have known better than to confide in such a primitive construct in the heat of the moment. How can I be of assistance? May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist.
I'm still confused at the fact that there are fucking woolly cows in my ship. Why would that be? I do not know. I just don't. Was there some type of mission I just totally fucking missed? Someone, please explain to me. And where the fuck is Vicar? Vicar. Oh, there you are.
Yes, you caught me ruminating. What's occupying your...
The cows. I don't know. I'm very just... okay. We just have cows now. This is awesome. We're going to the Groundbreaker.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
They're gone. What? What? Good lord. Yeah, we'll run with the same people. Oh, it's good to be back on the group.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend?
You mind? Trying to have a moment here.
You have the same hair as Gladys.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And that's Harlow's mark, no mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Not on my account.
We're not? Oh, right, yeah. We're non-violent sorts. Real diplomatic.
All right, you made your point.
Well, I feel like don't fuck this up.
Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know. Please, just make it quick. That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago.
Marriage contract?
And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to. Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order. No, and he was particular about that. Said I was better off not getting entangled in his mess. Little late for that, says I. Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished.
Precious little?
A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
So Clyde sent Trask the same message he sent me. What's the problem?
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus.
Like this? Okay.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
Oh. Alrighty. Melee, range, not melee. Persuasion. That took 70. Find stealth. Alrighty. We're off. Flavored power nuggets. Alright.
Crew report. Bioka is drunk. Surprise. orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Board. Yeah. That's just disgusting. These pigs remind me of the thing. You guys ever played Observer? There was this pig. It was being used as like a, what the fuck is like the name? I don't know. They just kind of used it as just like took its organs and shit or whatever and used it. And it was just kind of vibe there, and yeah, it's kind of fucked. That's what those remind me of, that fucking one badass pig. Okay, where are we going? Oof. Distance. Yeah, we're gonna fast travel here. Oh, I remember this place. It's kind of nice to be back. This is a really pretty just area, planet in the game. Okay, how to page 2 to get it there. Oh.
Here they come!
Oh god.
Everyone all right?
These guys are easy.
It's all in the wrist.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with that. Traps. A Rufus?
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me. Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying. How do I know that I can trust you? You've got good instincts, then. You were right not to trust Harlow. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You can't be serious. I've known the guy for years.
Yeah, that's about how I reacted when I found out. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another bored asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
Evidence.
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
Temperament.
Huh. You ain't like other board agents I heard about. You got a functioning spine. You want to confront Harlow yourself? Be my guest. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent. Because he's for sale, anything the board can buy, the board will buy, and that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me. Board-sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse. Take it you've made up your mind. You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Alright. Oh. So I'm guessing as evidence, it's going to be back, and this is fucking Harlow's base.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship.
Cool. Alrighty. We'll go there first, I guess.
Destination reached. Scylla.
What the bitch? We're gonna find that fucking evidence. So, I don't know why it told me Hollow's base. Alright. Same squad. Whoa. Spectrum ocular glass for every class. I like these loading screens. Nice to look at. I haven't seen this one before, I don't think I have. No, don't jump off at the end. Oh, so let's see. Event.
Clyde Harlow, agent of the board. Yeah, that sounds even more insane out loud than it did in my head. I'm not sure what to think right now. You told me to be suspicious, but I never imagined Clyde would stoop to informing for the establishment. Then again, Trask knew he was a dead man. Could have been trying to shift the blame. I've been trying to tell myself Clyde's got some sensible explanation for all this, but I just don't know.
I knew.
None of this is making a lick of sense to me right now. I think we need to have a word with Clyde.
Well, I think you're right, Felix. Ah, fucking course.
That machine stole my bits. Why do we even have one of these?
Clyde, you motherfucker. Marlowe.
What's the word? So it is. Thus ends Rufus Trask. Once a sensible man, by and by a fool, presently a corpse. I hope you never have to discover what it is like, Captain. The relief one feels when a mutiny comes to an end.
Oh, yeah.
Trask had some things to say about you, and I've got my own misgivings.
That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand?
Absolutely.
Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for. You've got a lot of nerve calling me a liar to my face. How should I know? What the hell do I care? Trask was a traitor. I didn't ask you to understand his motives. I asked you to cross him off.
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true. Tell me, and I'll believe you.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal, Felix. You're the one on trial, not me.
On trial?
I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
Looks like we're doing this.
Oh, my lord. Sorry, Marlowe.
You're going down.
Let's see. I'm never gonna use this.
What was that?
What the fuck?
Jackass is coming! That had to hurt!
Sorry!
Why are you saying sorry? Ooh, a new sawed-off shotgun? Yes, I gotta give that to the vicar. Alright, guys. Fuck. Fuck again.
Oh, best there ever was!
Shock bullets are just like overpowered. Where's that one motherfucker?
Here I go!
Still got it!
Maybe we already killed him, I don't know. Nope. That's a cool set of missions. Alright.
A reminder to all crew members.
Yes.
There is only one toilet on the ship.
How are you feeling, Felix?
This is definitely not how I imagined it'd end. The void's black, water's wet, and Clyde hated the board. That's something I just knew. Now? I don't know. I don't know what to think. No. I guess you really don't. I've just got a lot on my mind right now. This is a lot to take in. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me. Yeah, he did. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get over that.
Golly.
I hope so. I don't see this one passing anytime soon. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. I don't know what I believe anymore. Maybe it's better that way. Thanks for your time, boss.
It sucks. But I think that money statement is right too. Probably offered him a shit ton of the money. Oh, let's talk to Phineas. This is the main mission, I think. There's not really much of. Oh, let's give the homie Vicar the new shoddy. Oh, never mind. Same thing. That's disappointing. Where's prop how to use? Uses an impact hammer. Ooh, if I can like somehow. Let's see, modify this. Which one was it? I think it was this one. Oh, are you serious? Mr. Ouch. Plasma damage? I think I would rather have plasma damage for her instead of Mr. Ouch. Yeah. Just increases grip. It's not gonna be used by me, so I don't really care. Hard body. Let's give her a new hammer. Nice. I need to use the glue gun. I need to figure that. I need to try that out. Also, get rid of this. Get rid of this. This. Fuck. Not the right button I wanted. Huh. So, why not? Why can I not equip that? What the fuck? Why was that happening? I just want to fix the order, goddammit. But the... Wait, what are my weapons right now? This is my plasma launcher. We're going to replace that. God fucking damn it. That right there. Plasma out. There's one thing I think could have maybe been better. The inventory just swapping. It's kind of just, it does whatever it wants. This. 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 Alright. We're set. Let's go to Phineas's.
We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
Let's see what we're doing here. You've relayed the promised data back to Phineas, travel to his lab, and speak with him to discuss it. Ah. Xantium. Oh, that's the ship that landed on. Taking Yoka. Felix can stay for a while.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting. If I had time and several blackboards, I could explain the details to you, but to put it briefly, dimethyl sulfoxide is the reason you're alive today. The chemical is absolutely essential to reviving the Hope's colonists. I need you to steal as much as you possibly can. The more, the better. If you don't bring me enough chemicals, I might not be able to save the Hope's colonists, and then nothing will stop the board from destroying this colony. Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find.
Okay.
You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. My money, anyway. Of course, of course. What's on your mind? Absolutely. Let's talk. No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells. I'm Parvati Holcomb.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy. Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. You're a talented scientist, after all. Our kind has always been incredibly popular. Yes, indeed. Well done. Also, you still haven't spontaneously liquefied, which pleases me immensely. Progress.
Progress, yes.
What's... Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds in the blackness of the aether. Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose consciousness and die of hypoxia. Life outside work? No, of course not. My life is my work. For that matter, everyone else's lives are also my work. An entire colony's worth of lives are at stake. It's up to me, up to us, to set things right. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work to be done. The Hope's colonists won't revive themselves, you know. Yes, that troublesome bounty on my head. I've been a fugitive ever since the board caught wind of my research. My work is my life. The board can put a price on my head, but they can't scare me into stopping my research. Because we've lost our way, the board has a stranglehold over this colony, and we've all been conditioned into total obedience. The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers, talented individuals. like you, people who haven't been corrupted by the board. Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life, so to speak. No offense. Ah, you begin to perceive the truth. Yes, according to the board and their narrow-minded scientists, you should be a pile of organic sludge right now. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. In theory, you never should have survived the revival process. But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. There's yet hope for the hope. Get it? We'll do our very best to save them all. I'd best get back to work. I can feel my last dose of caffeinoid fading.
Alright. Interesting. My little question. I think a question I have is, I came out of the fucking thing, the ice, on ice from however long, and I was given a power, basically a fucking power to, just slow down time. Now, I have a feeling these other colonists will have powers like that, and some of them will just have random powers. Maybe I'm wrong, and they're all just gonna have, like, they're all just gonna have slow down time. Or I'm just the one exception, because that makes sense. You spent over 4 decades in space with nothing but the technology of this little chamber keeping you alive. The rest of your fellow colonists are trapped in similar chambers, waiting for you to restore them.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%.
Raising core temp another 5 degrees Celsius over 1 hour. Dosage appears to be working. Slight diffs from process and cystic pigs not beyond expected boundaries. Microscopic assessment showed no sign of sudden traumatic mass cell wall collapse. Encouraging. Reminders still need to mop up pig. Need to get a view into the cranium to see what's going on with neurons. Oops, hand slipped. Likely effects. Nothing important. May have numbness in left heel. Who even needs that? Looking at sample evidence of hyperactive production of dopamine and norepinephrine. Curious. No evidence of entropic effects on neurons. However, be excited. Now if only I can keep them from exploding. Raising core temp another 5 says 1 hour. Oops, I forgot how I have proven brain. Jostled with subjection is of numbness and ready to look acceptable. Feel ridiculous telling mostly frozen slab meat. You're doing fine, Kringle, practicing bedside manner for age recovery. Curious about that neurochemical production side effect for prolonged hibernation. Subject may experience tachycardia. Exaggerated fight or flight response. Checked brainwave, found sharp upstick in perceptive cognitive processing when I jostled the probe. Fascinating, equivalent to speed of common fly's brain. Could be useful in stressful situations, subject to time dilation, SeaWorld moving in slow motion. Would everyone from Hope have this sort of brain damage? Oh, I was literally thinking this exact same thing. Am I the only one, or is it other ones? Can't wait to awaken. Is it even right to call this effect brain damage? It seems like enhancement to me. Who would want an on-call hyperfast cognitive response? Am I envious? To expand the span of breath to an eternity, to be able just for a moment to see the world in all its infinite detail. Core temp up, still stable, no sign of cell wall decay, neurological necrosis. Or something this would leave like do envy. Huh. Classified as like a brain disorder. Even though it's basically a reminder of your body in this case. It's basically a fucking enhancement. He's right about that. Let me read this. Oh, this one. Alright. Eureka! Flash frozen organic material reverts back to its original cell structure when treated with tincture of dimethyl sulfoxide. Rate of explosive cell death of very respectable 6%. Bad news, difficult to acquire. Limited quantities of compound likely produced by Anticleo. Recently discontinued due to severe adverse reactions. Must find more. 12. Artificial stasis successfully induced in cystic pig specimen. Revivification confiscated. Cystic pig tissue returned to its living state. Brain tissue suffered from rapid nucleation. Attempting treatment. Treatment progressing. Treatment failed. Brain tissue irreparably damaged by rapid onset necrosis. Explosive cell death. Finished cleaning liquefied remains of cystic pig from the laboratory floor. Walls, equipment. Flesh out of Anticleos. Experimenting with Spacer's Choice partially emulsified cream or substitute. Finished brewing, adding 2 ounces Spacer's Choice. Atrocious. Felt part of self die on the inside. Add Spacer's Choice to the list. Buy more mouthwash. Have spared one of my stock of experimented cystic pigs to be used as renewable source of nourishment. I've named this lucky pig Bubbles. Giving an animal a name establishes rapport and creates a positive emotional bond. Allegedly improves flavor of tumors. Let's look into that. Excellent creature, cystic pigs. Don't know how people used to survive without these genetic wonders of pork and succulents. Slaughtering a pig for meat instead of harvesting tumors that ripen naturally. Falling out the flesh like mock apples off a tree. Truly a miracle. What the fuck? Have procured the services of one Captain Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I'll be didn't name a ship after the quality of its services. I'll be sending my new accomplice down to Hawthorne via escape pod as soon as the revival process is complete. Hawthorne should make for an agreeable companion, or at least an acceptable chaperone. While willing, he is a total buffoon. Well, he was. Something seems off just about this everything. Signing for merchandise is your responsibility. Not any damage on all copies are free. Contents too. Okay, no idea what you need all these damn things for. The supplier is hiking the prices. Expect more increases in the future. Before you ask, there's no rebate for order in bulk. Next delivery in 4 weeks unless I hear otherwise in 3. 3 here. You end up with pigs stacked to the rafters again. It's not my fucking problem. Looked into the flux thing, but no hits yet. Send along the greetings. Pain in the ass. The key. What the fuck? Alright. Byzantium. We're not gonna go there yet. We're going to find this shit because this is interesting. See how long this stream's been going on. Hour 30. We'll see how much longer I'm gonna do this for. I keep going in late. I'm trying to get on it earlier, but shit keeps coming up.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Okay. Going back to the Monarch. Wait, where's Byzantium at? Is it on there too? Oh, it is. Alright, Monarch. Stellar Bay.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Okay, it's over there. Oh, we could have just fucking went to Cascadia.
I understand we...
Why is that dangerous?
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Oh, they're saying, wow, that's dangerous, but whatever. I guess we're gonna find out. Box windows. I think I found out why they have names.
You ever been off Monarch, Nyoka? Before you met the captain, I mean.
Nah, I mostly just drank and hunted. As soon as you stop to dream of other things, that'll be the day something sneaks up and eats you.
Alrighty.
Don't fret, I'm watching your back now. Anything tries to eat us, I'll give it a mighty whack on the nose.
Well, I'll be damned. You watch my back, I'll watch yours.
Wait, you're gonna make a fucking run for it? Oh, let me try to go around. Oh, fuck me. God damn it. Manta Queen. Oh my lord. Was that another one? No, that's a Mantis.
This area's suicide. If you got a way around it, ain't no shame in taking it.
Yeah, well, we don't really got a way around it, do we? Yes, there is. Let's take another look. Nope. Crash site's over there. And this road leads right to it, and I'm not about to fucking... Alright.
You got it, Captain!
Sorry, Parvati. You know what? Not the red button. Oh. What the hell does he even do? Come on.
I am a
There's one done. One, two there. Still on fire though. Another one? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh my lord. We're running.
big mistake.
I know. Oh. We're running. Oh, we're running. Oh, we're still running. Oh shit. You can cover. Ooh, taking it.
Here goes nothing.
Ah. Okay, I understand why they call it dangerous now. Holy shit. There's still more. Oh yeah, you all can keep sleeping. Yeah, there's still a lot more of you. Walk by. Alright.
I'll keep an eye on things out here.
Yeah, me too. You have fun, Captain.
Are you serious? Wow. Ultra. What is mine now? Ooh. Probably because mine's still on. It's repaired. Keep targeting. Targeting modules are located in primary routing. Access requires Captain Matsu's command key. Blah 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 blah. Checked. Got it. Run diagnostics. Main terminal online. Breach controls offline. Engines technically functional. Hull integrity? Don't ask. His Mark IV gunship's operational parameters have exceeded acceptable damage ranges. The cost of any repairs necessary nears UDO repairs will be averaged amongst the crew. View logs. Most recent entries. Okay. CE saying something about spare regulator to bypass something. Chikusho. I'm turning this thing toward the groundbreaker, firing up the engines and retiring. Better to be arrested than lose power and drifted out into space. I just hope this old bird can handle one last trip. How in this law-forsaken colony is it so impossible to requisition parts? My chief engineer is barking at me to order yet another damn thing, and I can't even get a response from corporate. Another day, another ship lands on Terra 1 and we can't shoot him down. I've lost count. What's the point of being out here if we can't get him back up?
Hello, my name's Jen. I'm the chief engineer on this gunship, and I'd like to let the record show that our captain is a total fucking hullhead. I told him again and again that without fixing our regulators, spinning up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are. Thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger I'm holding up, because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Oh my god. I wonder who the chief engineer is. Probably one of these motherfuckers. I would assume. Why are they staying out here? What's wrong? Cantankerous cannon targeting module. Graham or Sanjar? Ooh, that is a decision and a half. I don't trust Graham at all because of the shit that went down. Sanjar, he's alright. We're gonna give it to Sanjar because I got no one else to ask about it. Better range. Persuasion. No. Persuasion. And hacking. And more stuff. Because not even for the sting, just for the lockpicking. And what's in engineering. Perks, let's see here. What we got? Command a lot to teach you about killing. Must permanent pepper step. Sure. Nope, get back. Oh yeah. Sanjar. Oh, come on. There it is. I'm probably gonna give it to Sanjar and then call it a night. Try and get on tomorrow, but can't make any promises. I want to, but you know, quarantine is fucking everything up. Hope you guys are having better luck with schooling and whatever the fuck. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. It's not my thing. You couldn't spawn me in, for God's sake. I don't like loading screens. That's one of the things that games should just start doing. Because like God of War was one of those ones where it was like no loading screens, you're in it. And then like loading up the game, but like have like those tricks where you're like in control of your character, but in reality it's loading. They did that with Jedi Fallen Order.
What was it like in Edgewater? I hear you workers were on the clock every available moment.
We always got 8 hours a day for sleeping. Just not always consecutive.
My condolences. I appreciate consistent wages like any other sane person, but that still sounds awful. At least Sanjar gives his folks weekends.
Weekends?
Hands of the Void. I used to drop by the bar in Stellar Bay to knock a few back with the folks who had Saturdays off.
Don't know what I'd have done with that much time. I was always behind schedule anyhow.
Knowing you, you'd sit and be alone with your thoughts.
Yeah. It's gonna be a totally wrong decision. I'm just gonna save it. Give me a second. Save complete. Just wanna, if I ever like don't like the decision, I can come back, but I probably will. What is under your hands, my guy? Is that his suit? Oh.
If the Iconoclasts reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful monarch. I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet. I've sent patrols, but they're running into trouble with the Iconoclasts. They're all mad! And what's more, they left us! I don't see any way for us to work together. Not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir?
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a Mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish. You too?
He has a point, sir. And it's not all bad.
Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The Iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts.
Zora.
That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo.
There ain't a body on this planet that can keep a group patched up like she has. I don't know how she does it.
I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first. Excellent. Her review would be in the Rizzo offices in Cascadia. Bring it to me, and I'll see if she's qualified.
We're gonna see if this works. We're gonna see. This is gonna be interesting. Alright. Zora. But let me go back here. This is gonna be fun. I'll be right back. Give me a minute.
So what's the plan?
Alright, I'm back. Check some. Alright. Oh, that's actually really close by. How do we get in? Oh. Oh, God. Alright. Zora is a top-notch sawbones with a good head for working under pressure. She knows how to assimilate large amounts of detailed information to make quick decisions. Her competence and decisiveness have allowed her to restore more than... Ah, perfect. Cecile's enthusiasm for Riz's production is unmatched, and she displays an impressive knowledge. She's exactly the kind of worker we need to keep at our storefronts. Perfect. Let's get back to the sand jar man. So let's like fucking get inside. Sandra.
Did you have a sweetheart in Stellar Bay?
I had a fling or two, sure. But on Monarch, relationships ain't usually meant to last. A lot of fools tried to impress me, feigning bravado in the wilds, thinking they'd catch my attention with their stories. It was cute. Not so cute when their act got themselves munched. You know what's sexy? Confidence. You know what ain't? Disembowelment.
Alright.
Any luck bringing the Iconoclast to the bargaining table? I don't like the idea that they'll be trying for that module while we delay. Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified.
If it weren't for her, I'd wager the Iconoclast would have died off a while ago.
I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge and convince her to agree to a meeting, I'd be willing to discuss terms.
Let's go. Alright. I don't know. I have a feeling This seems to be working a little too well. Okay.
What do you think of the unreliable Parvati?
There's always something to fix, and it's neat working in the Aether. I always took Atmo for granted. Now, if I drill through the hole, we all suffocate. Exciting, you know?
I'm not sure I wanted to know that. Being in space sets me on edge enough.
You know about stellar emissions? Actually, I probably shouldn't tell you about those. I mean, not unless you want to know how we're all likely to get spacers lung.
Right. Okay. When we get back to the ship, I'm drinking this conversation right out of my recollection.
Alrighty.
Captain, we should chat. Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head. And the only way I see the Iconoclast surviving is we depose him. Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Sora. Time to save Monarch.
Well then. This is happening. Can I talk to you?
Save Monarch. Save the colony. Save Monarch. Save the colony.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
No.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats. Yes, we are acting. On Stellar Bay. What's this about?
You're running the Iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the eternal path. It's time to step down.
The troops? Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
Blasphemer?
I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No. I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the Iconoclasts so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
Please. Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
Oh!
Don't mess with us, asshole. Well, Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the Iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's especially wrong. You've got the... Void held me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it? I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line. You know, Captain, I never thought about that. Maybe he could be taught the eternal truth. Spread the message from within the corporations. All right. If he's willing to talk,
Yes.
I'll give him a chance. Well then. I've got to prepare a few just-in-case measures. But when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay.
Holy shit. This is fucking Ram, bro. Bitch. Zora's chill. Unless she decides to go fucking... I don't even know.
Hey.
Nope, nope, nope.
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
Gotta admit, I really thought I was walking into a trap here. I'm ready.
If it were, I wouldn't be standing here all vulnerable like.
Sanjar, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain. Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Captain, this might really work.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend, and I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something, but you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far. But that means... I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
I buy it. Sanjar ain't capable of hurting a sprat, even from a distance.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it. Okay. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
It'll take me a while to get
So I
over
gotta
losing
keep them
Graham.
both at, like, level heads.
You know, I felt the same way years ago, when he first left. There was something magnetic about him that let you ignore the things you didn't want to see. But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
As am I. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure lowering already.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. Guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
Gotta be honest, Captain. Never thought I'd see the day.
Yes!
You've done a good thing for Monarch here.
Yes! Let's go. Oh, that was dope. Alright. Alright. Emerald Vale. What we'll do, travel there, we're gonna save the enemies. Huh? What? I'm coming. I did not know this. This can break down. You good now? Yep. Get back to Emerald Vale, and then we're gonna call it a day.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix. We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
We'll be here, Captain. Or will we? Haha.
MSI joins forces with Iconoclast Radicals. Nice. That's dope. It's been a minute. Oh, Ludwig. How have you been?
Never seen the veil.
Great. Nice talking to you. Alright. Well, I'm gonna call this episode done. Got some good shit done. Nice quest line. Side quest line's finished. After this, we'll be going on to Byzantium and doing that. But hopefully we'll get that done tomorrow. Can't make any promises, but I'll try. Alright, otherwise, see you guys sometime.